Never before had I tried skate, so logically as soon as it came into my local fish shop I had to try it. As of getting the fish out, I had no idea what I was going to make with it. However, probably one of the things that I wanted to do most was have some form of roast potato with it. I thought that would complement the flavours the most. First thing is obviously the potato. Believe it or not, this is actually me slicing in real time. I have extremely lightning fast hands here, as you can see clearly. Right, on with the oven. My family, I'm pretty sure, is cursed with having the situation where potatoes never cook perfectly. They're usually just undercooked, so we put them back in, and then they almost always have a tendency to burn. Anyway, up to 180 degrees, and we will allow that to preheat. I signed the name of my guy, the devil, on the bottom of the baking tray. And oh, it looks like the potatoes are now spinning. They've got a mind of their own. Clearly, Satan's already on his way at work on these potatoes. I caught them in the unholy water to make sure that they continue to cook in a nice even fashion. Now it's time for this tree that I found at the side of the road. I chuck a few of the twigs on top of the potatoes. I don't know, they probably do something to it. Here's some salt to stop the devil from slipping out into the kitchen, keep him at bay, work on only the potatoes. Next with the garlic, I decide to cut the first one to give it a nice decorative design, and then I decide, nah, it's too much effort, and bash it with the bottom of the baking tray. One of the cloves went flying, let's just ignore that one. Now for a big green mushroom. I think it's a mushroom. I don't really know. It looks more like a tree, to be honest. Into the portal to hell. Apparently there's some connective tissue that we have to remove. I have no idea how to do this. I struggled on for at least a good 10 minutes trying to figure out how to get rid of this white tendon tissue. Now we heat up the cast iron griddle and put it on quite low to allow it to warm through without expanding too quickly and cracking. I check the heat to make sure that it burns my hand. Ow! Yep, that definitely is hot enough. Gotta look cool for the camera. Just rub our hands together and pick up the oil. Now here's something that I've learned. Even though vegetable oil is said to be better at cooking at high heats, the smoke point of olive oil is actually higher than that of vegetable oil, which makes it better for cooking at high heats, contrary to popular belief. Now, my family isn't the biggest consumer of oil, so instead of oiling the pan, I oil the side of the fish, a decision I will later come to regret. Then of course I realised that I have placed it the wrong way around and flip it over. Skate seems to have a thick side and a thin side, so obviously the thick side has got to go down first so that it cooks all the way through. Here is a fish slice. Despite its name, it doesn't seem to cut the fish very well, but I found it useful for flipping them. And yep, that's not done yet, so we'll keep it down on that side, and you can see on the pan that it's definitely starting to stick now. Now as the first one starts to shrink, I will add the second fillet. I then try my hand at basting before realising this is definitely not for me. To be honest, I've no idea what I'm looking for when I'm doing this step. Herbs and spices go on the first one, and the other one is stood up to look like a sailboat. The first one comes out now, it's completely cooked through. And the third one goes in, and yep, it's like trying to fit a puzzle piece in. Realise I've put it down upside down, and then flip it, and then turn it, and there we go. Then again, herbs and spices, and the sailboat, and the basting, and there we go. Another one successfully done. Then we take the final one out, only to realise that my camera stopped recording as I was taking it out.
In with the broccoli. This has been cooked in the oven and will now be fried. This will let the flavour absorb into it and give it a bit of a crunch. Oh, and all that stuff on the bottom of the pan, it's not burnt, it's just caramelised, I swear. Decoration time. Here I add the broccoli, followed by some lemon juice, then a bit of that caramelised stuff, I swear it's not burnt, and then paprika and turmeric. And yes, they are absolutely needless, but I like the taste of them, so I will put them on. I really found my roots in Indian style cooking, so the spices have a special place in my heart. Oh, and of course, salt, and the potatoes, which I proceed to get out of the oven, and thankfully he has not burnt them.